So, hello everybody, what's up? This is Purab from Purabs Universe, and today I'm going to talk about the sixth house in astrology. Alright, and why I'm going to talk about the sixth house in astrology is because I've come to a jungle area, and jungle connects with the planet Mercury. Alright, and Mercury's Mool Trikon sign, that is the exaltation sign of Mercury, is Virgo. Alright, so sixth house is the most misunderstood house in astrology because whenever you talk about sixth house, people say it's a dusthana, it's a negative house, and it's all about court cases, debts, diseases, all right, and fighting, quarrels, divorce, all the negative things, diseases that connects with the sixth house, all right. But people don't understand that the Virgo sign itself falls exactly at the center, all right. That is, if you see Aries and if you see Pisces, Virgo and Libra, that's like in the middle of the zodiac, all right. So if some particular zodiac sign and a particular house is exactly placed in the center from the first house to fifth house and from the seventh house to 12th house, that means it is something like a bridge, a cantilever beam which is holding the entire horoscope, all right. So sixth house has a lot of importance, but people don't understand it, and that's why I want to expand on it, all right. So the first thing that you have to know is that sixth house is not only diseases, but it is overcoming your diseases. Sixth house is not only your enemies, but it is also your army or the servants or the people who will fight for you. It's your army. Sixth house is the army, all right. So whenever you're associating something as negative, that particular house becomes the way for you to solve the problem. So if you have a loan or if you have debts, you have to use the sixth house only to come out of your debts. Similarly, if you have enemies, you have to use the sixth house only to tackle your enemies. If you have diseases, you have to use the channel of sixth house only to overcoming diseases, alright. So the first important thing is that if there is no sixth house, you cannot sustain, alright, because sixth house is daily routine, the job or service that we are doing on a day-to-day basis, alright. So daily routine means going out, doing some work, earning money, going back home. That's a daily routine, alright. So if you see, people say that if you have a good planet in the 10th house and your 10th lord is in the 10th house itself, or the 10th lord is exalted, so you'll become a minister or you'll become somebody who is like very respected in the society, who is doing well in the society, alright. But generally what happens is that, so the 6th house is 9th from the 10th house, alright. So the 6th house becomes the bhagya or the fortune of your 10th house, which means if you just think that you will do nothing and become the boss or CEO of a company, alright, and you're not doing any daily routine, you're not following discipline, if you're not going to the same place again and again, if you're not activating your 6th house, you will not become somebody who is the leader of the masses, alright. Similarly, the 6th house becomes the 10th house from your 9th house, so it's your father's status, alright. What level of respect and what level of status your father holds in this world, alright. So let's say you're born in a particular family and your father is a politician or a president or something like that. That means your 6th house is strong, alright. So without 6th house, your father's profession, your father's status will not work. Without 6th house, your status will also not work, alright. And 7th house, alright, it is war, and 6th house becomes a loss of war, alright. So when you fight in the 6th house, the war is either won or lost, alright. So decision of the war or decision of the 7th house comes in the 6th house, alright. And similarly, your 8th house becomes your ayu or your longevity, alright. And 6th house becomes the gain house, that is the gain of longevity. So first house is health, 6th house is the maintenance of health, and 8th house is the extension of life, that is, it is the ayu, alright. And you won't believe when I tell you that 12th house is moksha, 12th house is enlightenment, and you cannot do enlightenment without a daily routine. If you have seen in the olden days, the sages, the rishis, they used to do tapasya, alright. They used to do sadhana, right? So this sadhana is because of the 6th house, the daily routine that you're doing, alright. So that important it is. Now if you see the Virgo sign, that is the Kalpurush 6th house, it has got 3 nakshatras in it. Alright, one is Uttar Falguni, alright, which is ruled by Sun. The second nakshatra that is there is Hasta, which is ruled by Moon, and the third nakshatra is Chitra, which is ruled by Mars. Alright, so why is Mercury's sign having nakshatras of Sun, Moon, and Mars? Because Sun is the soul, Moon is the emotional mind, and Mars is the body, or Mars is the ambition. Alright, so if you have to become successful in life, and if you want to do something worthwhile, become somebody important, then your soul, which is the sun, your moon, which is the mind, and Mars, which is your physical energy, your desire, your ambition, and your body, that has to unite. That is why these 3 nakshatras are falling in Virgo. Alright, so 6th house is very important area, and don't misunderstand it, don't misinterpret it, because that is the foundation of your horoscope. Alright, so this is what I wanted to convey. This is Purabs signing off from Purabs Universe. Take care of yourself and take care of the elderly people around you. Adios, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.